The preliminary election for the Boston mayoral race is exactly 8 weeks from today, and if you haven't been paying attention, here's a quick overview of what's going on. Also, quick disclaimer, and let's do it. Now, I'm going to present these candidates in order, worst to best, of who I think has the chances of getting out of the preliminary election, where these 5 candidates go to 2, and those 2 compete in the general. Which brings us to number 5, John Barrows. John Barrows is the only candidate who is not an elected official. He's the Chief of Economic Development under Marty Walsh. He has also never polled really above 5%, has the worst name recognition of all the candidates, has never articulated a clear vision for the city, and doesn't stand out on any policies. He has 0% chance of winning. Next up is Andrea Campbell, who represents District 4 here in Boston. In terms of policies, Andrea believes in means testing, a lot of the programs that other candidates would like to be universal. She also doesn't have that strong of a stance where it comes to rent control and affordability for housing. However, she does deserve credit on her stances about the Boston Police Department. Looking at the poll, she's a lot closer to John Barrows than she is the other candidates. However, she does have over $1 million in fundraising, and if she has an incredible get-out-the-vote operation, it's possible she advances, but I give her odds as slim. In third place is at-large councilor Anissa Essaibi-George. Anissa Essaibi-George is by far the only conservative in the race, and when I mean conservative, I mean she voted against a measure which would have restricted when the Boston Police Department gets to use chemical weapons against civilians. Because of these conservative stances, her base is going to be the older, whiter, more conservative voters, and the big thing in her favor is that those are the people who vote year after year in municipal elections. Coming in second place is at-large councilor Michelle Wu. Now, as I said in the disclaimer, I publicly endorse Michelle Wu, and the reasons for that is she's the only candidate who comes out firm in terms of rent control and for abolishing the BPDA, along with a long list of other left policies. She is the best name recognition of the group. She's also right there with Andrea Campbell in terms of the most fundraising, and she was the #1 vote getter in the at-large elections 2 years ago. And coming in with the best odds to advance is acting mayor Kim Janey. Kim Janey became acting mayor once Marty Walsh got tapped to be Biden's labor secretary, and before that was representing District 7. In terms of policy, she's very good with universal transportation. However, she has never really been that strong of an advocate for issues like rent control or articulating a vision for the Boston Planning Development Agency. Also, looking at the budget that she passed, she is pretty friendly with the Boston Police Department, which is a big negative. And though she was currently in 4th place for fundraising, that's because she waited the longest to declare, so I expect those numbers to go up. Also, her name recognition will continue to increase as she gets to use the platform as Boston's acting mayor. Let me know if you have any questions, and I hope this helped.